Greetings.
Barry has
a tiny penis.
So here's a clip from the final episode of Malcolm in the Middle, which I've been watching while doing my drawings. And I've kind of been watching the episodes I've not seen before. I just like going through each one of them and watching them. But this line sticks out for me very strongly, and here it is.
And you will want so much for them to like you, and they just won't. And it'll break your heart.
And that line really connects very strongly with me. I mean, I listen to that and I think, yeah, that's so true. Because there are times when I want to be friends with someone, and I really, really want it. And I try and try and try to make that connection, but it just doesn't stick. And it does really make me sad, and it in a way breaks my heart, because you know, I want to be this person who's got friends and be like everybody else has friends and things, but you know, it just doesn't happen, because I think people eventually think, oh, he's really weird, he's really weird, and I think that's what it is. But I think people misread it. I don't think it's so much that I'm weird. I think it's because of my absolute horrifying shyness and the problems I have with communication. Because I do have really strong problems with that. You know, sometimes when I'm having a conversation with someone, it's such an effort, because I have to put so much into it, because there's parts of me that are sort of rejecting it, and there's so much problem sometimes with it. And there's some people I can talk to quite naturally, and some people I can't. Some people are very difficult to talk to, I find, but that's just how it is. And so I find that line is very powerful, because I think, yes, 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 it's so true. Yes, there are people who like me, because I just put this same thing on Facebook, and people have said, well, I like you, I like you, I like you. Yeah, there are people who like me, and that's a nice thing. It's a lovely thing for people to actually like you. But there are, what it really means, and how it affects me, is because, you know, there are times when I try and try and try, and people just don't want to do it. They just don't want to be friends, because you know, they just think, he's so strange, he's so weird, he does weird things, and he doesn't behave properly like a normal person, so we don't really want to be friends with him. And talking of Malcolm in the Middle, I think it's a totally wonderful thing that at the end, and in the final episode, that Lois becomes pregnant again, because I think that was so necessary, because she's had like, what, 5 children already? And so I think it was really necessary to make her pregnant again, and just to input that and make sure it's definitely there, because you know, it makes it a thing that Lois is always having children and she gets another one. So I think that was really necessary for them to put it in. There's this very exciting rumour that Tom Daley is going into I'm a Celebrity this year, and it's extremely exciting. I'd love to see that. I think the last time I got so excited about a celebrity going in was when Colin Baker, the 6th Doctor, went into I'm a Celebrity. But yeah, that would be brilliant. I'd love to see that, because it sort of fits, I think. He's the right sort of person for the show. I think every year they put a piece of girl Totty and a bit of boy Totty into the jungle. Last year it was the beautiful, beautiful AJ Pritchard who was the male Totty. And I think this year, if Tom Daley goes in, he will absolutely be the male Totty of all male Totties. And so because of this very exciting rumour, which I hope comes true, I decided to watch a couple of his YouTube videos. What I enjoy about the videos is that, you know, he's a dad, and you get to see this lovely relationship that he has with his son, and you get to see him playing games with his son and baking with his son, and you get to see Tom's amazing baking skills, which are just out of this world. You know, he can make a cake for his son's 2nd birthday, and it just looks fab. But there's also this other side, which is like a really naughty side, and I think that comes in when Lance is about, and you get this sort of wonderful sort of adult humour, which is sort of innuendos and things like that, which I think makes it really awesome. So I'm in my favourite place for work today. I start work at 5, and I'm in the petrol station, which is really good, and probably in the petrol station tomorrow. We don't know for certain, but hopefully. I do like the petrol station. I think it's a much more quiet and sort of cut off environment. There's no sort of big authority there to like give you rules and say, do this, do this, do this, do this. And there's something really that's very displeasing in petrol. There's no job which you'd say, oh, I don't really want to do that, don't fancy that today. So so that's why I like it, really. There are so many videos that I actually make and never upload, and I'm not sure if I've told you yet that I've changed my trip from the Highlands to Lanzarote. And because, you know, we work all year round and we work hard, I want it to be luxury. although probably I'd want it to be luxury anyway. So it's a really luxury hotel, and I'm trying to raise the money for it. So if you could possibly go on my eBay and check out some of my drawings, the more drawings you buy, the quicker I'll get there. I mean, in the end, I'll probably depend on my savings and just borrow from that. But still, it would be great to be able to do that without having to borrow. So if you could just check out my eBay and have a look. If you want to see my drawings, they're on Just Drawings from Grant on Instagram, or you can just check out my eBay. And I'd be really grateful. So yesterday I spent a large portion of my day off cleaning this flat. And you know, it's not that big of a flat, and you think, why does it get so dirty? But I think it's more of a sort of maintenance thing. You know, I think it's good that every now and again we, you know, clean the sinks and make them sparkle, and you know, scrub the floors and get all the dust off and things like that. So I think it's good to do that. And I have to say with confidence that at the end of it all, I was very tired, but the flat looked immaculate. Oh, by the way, there are still lots of projects which are still pending. I'm still going to finish my Doctor Who figure adventure, which I started editing, but there's not much enthusiasm for it because I'm worried that it's going to be shit. And I spend lots of money on it. And here are the sets here, actually. They're just sitting here waiting to be reused again for the final scene with the Cybermen, but I haven't really got round to it yet. Because, yeah, I'm worried that it will turn out crap and, you know, waste all this time on it. But hopefully it won't be. I think some of the effects in the couple of the first scenes are quite good, so that's good.